One. Hi and welcome to another video from TOGAtech. My name's Dave. Now I don't know if you've been following this short series, but in part 1 we did the unboxing and overview of the Behringer X Touch Mini. In part 2 we used the X Touch Mini and X Touch Mini editor to set up these controls for use with Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. I'll leave a link to the previous 2 videos in the description below. In part 3 today we will be setting up the X Touch Mini for use specifically with the Microsoft 2020 fly-by-wire A320. Now for that we're going to need some pieces of software downloaded and installed on your PC before we can go ahead. The first piece of software you're going to need for this obviously is the Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. You're also going to need the fly-by-wire A320 add-on, and the third piece of software you're going to need is called Lorby's Axis and O's. Now you can download a demo version just to see if your system works with it. However, you will need the paid version to install this on a permanent basis. I got mine from I paid about £13 for it, and it also gives you any updates that come in the future. You'll be able to download the updates for free. And there's one other tiny little piece of software you need, but again it's a free piece of software. It's the Delgato Streamdeck profile for the fly-by-wire A320. Right, let's get on with installing the software and programming the X Touch Mini to work with our A320 and Microsoft Flight Sim. Okay, for the first stage of this we're going to download and install all the software necessary. I've already done that and I won't go through that, I won't bore you with that. And we're going to open up our Axis and O's from Lorby's. And here we are, Lorby's Axis and O's. Obviously it's waiting for the simulator to be turned on to connect to. But the first thing we want to do is we want to import a script. This is that Delgato Streamdeck script that you downloaded previously. So what you want to do is you go to scripting, import scripts, and then find that A320 script that you just downloaded. Now I've put mine in this file here, Lorby's Axis and O's, but we're looking for the Delgato Streamdeck script, which is this one here, A320N 2_1 BG, and there it is, Axis and O's script for the fly-by-wire A320. We click on that and open, and that should import it into our system. Now I've already done this, so I don't know what it will do if I do it again. And there's our script. You can see our script has come up here, and you can see various sections in our scripting. We've got the autopilot, we've got the display, we've got the eCam, external lights, fuel system, internal lights, the pedestal, and some various A320 ones as well, some there. But if we click on them and open them up, let's expand that. These are going to be the control scripts you're going to need to assign to your buttons on your Behringer X Touch Mini. These are the scripts already written for you, so this will save you a lot of work. So look, you've got altimeter increase by 100, altimeter increase by 1000. So these are all set up for you, which is great, saves you a lot of work, and those scripts are already in there. Now they might not be assigned to the right buttons, So this is where we're going to need to do some changes to our buttons. So we go back here. I want to tick all of these. And I'm going to import them all. See, it already exists, so I won't overwrite it. Okay, I'll just cancel there. I've already got the scripts in mind, but you just go ahead and import those. Okay. So we've got axis and O's running. We've imported the fly-by-wire scripts. So now if I get Flight Sim started, and we'll take a look at it from there. Okay, right, we've got Microsoft Flight Sim running in background. I've turned ATC off, otherwise it's going to give us a lot of noise. Now, as soon as the aircraft loads up in Microsoft Flight Sim, axis and O's will identify that aircraft, and as you can see, look, it's got here the Airbus A320 Neo fly-by-wire, so it's already identified that aircraft, and because of the scripting that we installed in it previously, it's already come up with our assigned buttons here. Now the difference we may have between this pre-prepared scripting and our one are the button numbers we assigned to our X Touch Mini. Now when I was going through using the editor, which you can see in the part 2 video, I assigned certain button numbers to my rotary encoders and my push buttons. Now they may not be the same as the ones that are in this profile, but we can edit the profiles and assign them to the correct buttons or the buttons you wish to use on your X Touch Mini. So let's go with some of the most familiar ones, and we can change them. The ones I really want to be looking at are the autopilot, IAS, indicated airspeed, the altitude, heading and barometer settings, mainly those ones. So I'll go through those ones with you, and then you'll learn the techniques to do all the others yourself. Okay, let's have a look for one that we need first of all. So we've got, if you can see this here, this is our A320 autopilot altimeter decrease. Now my altimeter I have set to the rotary encoder, third from the right hand side on mine. So let's see if this is the same or not. If I turn that rotary encoder, you should see this light flash if it's set to the right one. As you can see, it's not. So that's not set to the right button number that I've got it set to. Make sure you're in layer A as well. So we click on that now, and we'll get the screen coming up here. We can edit it. So this is autopilot altimeter decrease, key up event, virtual key none. Now this is set to channel 1 and it's set to button 33. Now that might not be the same as what we've got on our profile. So if I clear this and then turn the one I want to use, so this is altimeter decrease, so I'm going to turn it to the right. Hang on, why is it? Working. Pilot decrease. Right, okay. Detected the device now. Okay, I had a little problem with it detecting the device. I had to close it down and start it again. But now I've done here autopilot decrease. It's detected my device X Touch Mini, and turning it to the right decreases it. So now we'll save that. And now if we look at here, autopilot decrease, you can see the lights flashing. So it's registered that. Okay, and that's on one profile. These are set to 2 profiles, so that does the same command if you're in layer A or layer B. So that's why this is done on this way. As you can see, it's set here Web API, but this one's set to X Touch. That's what it wasn't recording first. So if we go on to this decrease, we need it to recognize the X Touch on here. So if I turn that off for now, we need to go to layer B and turn that off, and then if we turn this, you can see it's registered X Touch turning right again, and we can save that. Now our autopilot, in that case our altitude decrease, will work in both layers A and B. Okay, you only have those for the main functions, which will be the speed, heading, altitude and vertical speed. You'll have those working the same in both layers A and B. Right, and then we go on to the next one. So we just check that's working in layer B. If I switch to layer A, that's working in layer A. Now we've got the increase, so we're in layer A at the moment. Double click on that. Now this increase, we want to turn it to the left, and you can see it's registered it. Save. You go on this increase. This is in layer B, so we switch to layer B and do the altitude increase. There. Save that. And you can see that's working there. And that is all you have to do. Work your way down this list and assign the buttons to the buttons you wish to use on your X Touch Mini. It's as simple as that. Okay. Right, I just wanted to show you briefly how easy it is to add extra commands to this, because that profile doesn't have all the commands that I need, and it may not have all the commands that you want. So this is it. So here we have our axis and O's axis panel. Now we're looking for, I want to add battery 1 and 2 events on my MIDI controller on layer B. So I've set my X Touch Mini to layer B, and now I'm just going to go add event. See on this key down events, now I want to find battery 1, so I'm just going to put BAT and apply filter, and then aircraft electrical events. Just there, we've got battery 1 set, battery 2 set. So we've got master battery, master on, toggle master battery. Now with the A320 we want to do battery 1 set. So double click that, and now it's gone over to here, and then we just have to push the button that we want to use for battery 1 set. So 1, 2, 3, fourth one in from my right on the top row. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's that one. And there it is. It's added X Touch Mini channel 10 event 3063. Click, and then we just do add. That's added battery 1. Now I want to add battery 2, so we go again, add an event, click down, and we can apply that filter again. So it's just BAT, apply filter, and it will narrow down what these events are. So this is going to be battery 2 set. Let's put battery 2 there. So then we just go along and press the button we want to assign for battery 2. And there it is. Let's put it in there. add. And it's as simple as that. You just work your way along, adding in whatever you want to put on there. External power. I think I've already done external power. Let me just check. AP expedite toggle. Where I put the external power? I think I've already done this one. I've added landing lights, auto brakes, all of these have gone in here. Toggle external power, yeah, I've already done that one. Just tick that off my list as being done. So I've got logo lights, dome lights, whatever you want to assign these to. Some of these things I don't think are essential off of this template, so I'm not assigning them. I'm saving the buttons for something else. APU master, APU start and APU bleed, and beacon lights, these are all essential. So we go to add, drop down menu for key down events. I'm going to put in beacon, apply filter, aircraft electrical, beacon lights off, beacon lights on, beacon lights set, or toggle. We want to toggle our beacon lights. Double click that, find the button you want to use. Mine's the fourth one in. 1, 2, 3, 4 on layer B. Press the button, add. Simple as that. Okay, well, I'm sorry for the delay in releasing part 3, but I've been ill for the last 3 weeks. But I hope you've understood this video. If you have any questions, just drop me a line and I'll try and answer your comments as soon as possible. But I hope that explains things. I'm going to go through all of these controls individually now and set them up to work with Microsoft Flight Sim, and then I'll do a little brief clip at the end and you can see me using it all in an actual flight. Okay, thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time on TOGAtech. Oh, just to add one little bit, I'll leave a link in the description below where you can download an overlay for your X Touch Mini for use with the A320. This will also help you as a guide as to what buttons I've used in this profile to set up for both layers A and B. Okay, I'll leave links to any of the other bits and pieces you need in the description down below. Okay, thanks again for watching. Catch you next time on TOGAtech. Again, if you're like me and you fly in VR, you might want to make some custom knobs on here, so when you've got your headset on you can feel which ones are for which controls. These are downloaded from Thingiverse. I'll leave a link in the description below. But you've got different shape for your IAS, for your heading, for your altitude and your vertical speed. You can feel them with your eyes closed, then you know which ones they are. Okay, take care. Okay, I'm hoping that you can see this. I've got Lorby's axis and O's set up here. I've added in lots of other controls. Here down in the corner you can see the X Touch Mini, and I'll try and give you a little demonstration. And right, first of all, let's go up to my overhead panel. So here we are. This is our overhead view, and there's our external power light, and down you can see here this is the X's and O's, and I've set my external power to the 4th button in on the top row on layer B. So we've got to make sure we've got layer B selected, and if I press that, hey, there you go, external power is on. Now we can turn on batteries 1 and 2. Again, these are set on my 2 buttons here on the top row, the 3rd and 4th button. So we go with battery 1 on, battery 2, battery 2 on. I can't believe this is working, it's lovely. We go up here to, if you can see here, our ADRs. We can toggle them on. Our ADRs I've got on the top row on layer B. So we've got ADR 1, nav, ADR2, ADR3, sorry, and ADR2. They're all on. You can assign any function you like to these buttons, but they're awesome. It's all working really well. Put the beacon on, which is this one here. Our beacon light's on.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
And now we've got our tower radios on. And that's it. If I come down now, let me show you the autopilot functions. See, these are our ADRs all setting up. Autopilot functions. Now these I've set to the rotary encoders. We switch to layer 1. And now we've got our rotary encoders here. This is our speed. See, our speed is increasing or decreasing. We've got our heading increase and decrease. Altitude, increase, decrease. And our vertical speed as well. We've got our push-pull functions programmed into our knobs, so we push that. Let's try this one. Switch to layer B. Okay, our push-pull functions don't seem to be functioning. Must be a little problem there. We can sort that out. As you say, most of those are working. We've got our flight director switch, flight director toggle. Got our landing systems, our localizer toggles. All of these functions are working. Very, very pleased with the way it's come out. Well, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time on TOGAtech. Thanks again. Take care.